welcome to episode 3 of Brain Food, where today I'll be discussing a short story by Jessica Verday, which I digitally downloaded from Amazon.com for $3. However, one thing I do want to mention is that I don't have much experience reading or reviewing short stories. The last time I read short stories and had the right reviews on them, it was when I was in high school. And for me, that was well over 15 years ago, which is quite some time. So if my criticism feels a bit off, or maybe I missed something, it's more due to me and my lack of experience than the short story itself. Now, this short story has some controversy behind it because Jessica Verday originally wrote it for a young adult anthology called Wicked Pretty Things, which was to be released by Constable and Robinson, and it was edited by Trisha Tellep. However, the editor, Trisha Tellep, told Jessica Verday that the publisher would not release the story because it had two young males in a romance, and she told Jessica to change one of them to a woman. Jessica, kind of seeing where this was going, called BS on the whole thing and pulled out. When news of what happened to her got out, well, many other authors also pulled out, and the Wicked Pretty Things anthology died. Now, as for the story itself, well, it's 12,000 words, and I read through it in about 40 to 50 minutes. Jessica Verday is really good at painting characters. Which I guess is, well, all the more important when you got a short story as compared to a full-length novel. You really get to know the two main leads, Cameron and Wesley. And you know that, well, they really do love each other. And Cameron is dealing with Wesley breaking his heart after they break up. It's really it's quite sad, it's quite touching, and it reads much like, well, I guess any other romance would be, which is really good. I mean, we need this kind of literature to show that, well, gay people are, in the end, people, and they're going to go through all the same things that, us straight white people are going to go through. The other part I really liked about this story is that there's no hatred towards them. There's no prejudice directed at them. They're both in high school, and yet there's no peer pressure. They're not taunted for being gay. In fact, I'm not even sure if the school knows that they're gay. And again, I just really liked it. This is escapism, after all. And, well, why not get away from all the real world crap? I think people are really going to enjoy it just for that, if anything else. Oh, man. Jessica is also a quite visceral writer. She writes some scenes in here because, well, Cameron finds out that Wesley is indebted to the Queen of Hearts, a fairy from the dark unseelie court. And the description of her home, it's bloody, like really bloody. And, well, maybe it's just because me, and I don't have much of a stomach for this kind of thing. After all, it took me a month just to watch Evil Dead. The first one, not the second one. Well, that took 2 months. I literally had to stop, put my iPod down, and just breathe a little bit to get my stomach under control. I can't imagine what kind of other books Jessica has written. But after horror or gory, it's probably going to take me longer to get through them than I did to get through this. It's still good. That's not a knock against the book. It's just really good. If a book can just get you to like, whoa, okay, putting you down just for a little bit, and then you come back 5-10 minutes later after taking a little breath, maybe you're getting a nice stiff drink, that tells the strength of the author. What else about this thing, about this book? Oh yes, $3 on Amazon.com. When you buy it, 50% of all proceeds will go towards the Living Beyond Tolerance Scholarship. So not only are you buying a really good, really short story, however bittersweet it is, you will be helping people, get through university or high school. I'm not sure which level of education the scholarship goes towards. And hey, that's always a good thing. Oh, what else? What else? I'm definitely going to have to read through this again because it's bittersweet. It, it feels honestly like something I would have went through in high school in dealing with a breakup, not with fairies and traveling to other worlds, and not the fantastic part. I can only hope my life was that interesting. Uh, and again, she does a really good job in painting characters, painting the setting, and telling you the story. By about 10-15 minutes in, boom, you know what's up. You got you're hooked in. You're just boom. You're going for it. You're going to read this whole thing through right to the end. Well, that's about all I can say about that. Again, the story is Flesh Which Is Not Flesh by Jessica Verday. You can get it on Amazon.com through digital downloads, and I highly recommend it. I'm really glad that this story came out and didn't gather digital dust on Jessica's computer. Well, that's all I've got to say about this. Until next time, I'm Triple J. See you later.